When we saw the way that the military kind of started coming back at Tucker Carlson and others for pregnant women serving, they have their own study found that unit combat readiness declined by 65% because women couldn't do that. Many women could not maintain the physical regimen needed, and so now they're watering down their standards. And as a kid married to an Army brat whose father-in-law for the last 25 years, 101st Airborne alum, I've maybe heard him air one. He's been retired for 20 years. I maybe have heard one political opinion from him ever. That's how old school he is, okay? To see them openly come out and just essentially audition to be MSNBC contributors with, as military brass on Twitter. I was flummoxed by it, more so because I'm concerned that really that's the one thing stopping other countries from calling our debt is our military can beat up theirs. And if we're not going to have that anymore, then But I really wasn't offended by it or anything. And a few years ago, I really would have been. And it's something that you were alluding to on your Twitter account. It's dawned on me, I have just become used to the fact every institution that my belief system built in this culture has turned against me, that, I like living in Iowa. Okay, so I'm wearing a Michigan Big Ten championship shirt today because I grew up there and I'm a Michigan fan. Iowa's a better place to live, lower cost of living, less traffic, less crime, etc. But I don't feel like this compulsion that I had to conform to all these Iowa institutions because I live here. I still maintain my individuality. I just think Iowa's a better place to live. Brother, that's kind of how I feel like being American right now. I don't really care about the stars and bars. I'm not feeling all that especially wistful or patriotic. Most of its institutions hate me or against me, and the ones that haven't announced it yet just are waiting for their opportunity to. It's just a better place to live than, say, Bulgaria. That's kind of how I feel, Matt. I never thought I'd get there, but it's where I'm at. What's wrong with me?
Steve, there's nothing wrong with you. You're not alone. There are lots of people who feel the same way. I struggle with this, but I've stopped struggling with it, right? I mean, you get to the point where you accept how bad things are, and then you act accordingly. So, just my own personal life, I'll tell you, I moved my family the hell out of California over the last month, and I'm sitting here in Texas now, building new things and moving forward with my life. And I hear this all the time from people who realize that things are so corrupt. The military itself, for those who are paying attention, it's no surprise what's going on there. It is they've crossed a new line by attacking Tucker publicly, but it's not a surprise to anyone who knows what's been going on with the top brass at the military. So this is just another day at the office for Americans like us who realize that these institutions have turned against us and are gleefully attacking half of the country. And so I think in the face of this, it's very important to realize it's okay to have those feelings. They're addressing reality, right? They're addressing the reality we face. And so what we need to do is take practical steps moving forward to try to counter this stuff and to try to create and defend communities where we can be with like-minded people who believe in America in the same way we do or did. And we still have this task of trying to fend all this off, but we can't pretend that these institutions are what they used to be.
Yeah, I don't really feel like I'm defending American exceptionalism. I think I feel like I'm defending my own belief system against America. And this is the institutional thing is what to me produces the patriotism, because that is the acknowledgement of the civilization at a structural level, saying your values, your beliefs are what sustain us and what we need. And so we're going to instill those in how we incentivize life in this country, right? Take those away, and then this all becomes individualized. If those institutions are not going to sustain my belief system, then really it's just my belief system up against those institutions. And since those institutions are really the bricks and mortars of a government, or a nation state, then if those institutions are against my belief system, then frankly, I'm a pilgrim. I'm a stranger. I'm not a citizen. I'm a stranger in a strange land. And I just think I think the pizza delivery here is better than France. I like the fact that I can watch NCAA tournament games at noon Eastern as opposed to 6 o'clock in the morning. It's just a better place to live then, Matt. That's all.